Hey Malik, what's up? Welcome to Miami.
Hey, appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yep. So after a year away from them, how comfortable is it going to make you feel to be around Vic Fangio and Bradley Chubb again?
Man, it's gonna be awesome. To come in the league, and being in Coach Fangio's system, I feel like it was huge for me personally as a player. Learned so much about the game, a lot about the outside linebacker position, whether that's setting it on being on the edge, setting the edge, or in coverage as well. So I'm excited to get back to work with him. And my brother Chubb, man, we had a lot of great times when we was in Denver. And yeah, that's a guy that is really close to me, and I'm excited to be able to play with him again.
Daniel?
Hey Malik, this is Daniel Yafusi with Miami Herald. Welcome to South Florida, man. I wanted to ask, you had your best statistical season under Vic Fangio a couple of years ago, and it seems like wherever Vic goes, he just brings the best out of outside linebackers, edge rushers. What is it about Vic or about his scheme that allows guys like you to thrive?
Yeah, nice to meet you, Daniel. And man, I just feel like he, has been around the game so long, been around, so many great players. Like you say, he's a great defensive coordinator. So I think he helps get us in the right positions to be successful. And he allows us to go out there and do what we do. I feel like, and, make plays and be playmakers, essentially. You know what I'm saying? We out there for a reason, and to have an impact on the game. And I feel like like I say, he does a great job with his scheme, and how he coaches that position, just doing a good job of putting us in the right spots at the right times, and to where we can go, do what we do best.
Thanks. And a quick follow-up. I saw that the Dream Killer chain when you signed with the team. I was reading about that. Who came up with that nickname, and where'd that come from?
Yeah, it's actually Vaughn. I played with Vaughn for 3 years, and he gave it to me in my rookie year. And man, it's something that kind of stuck with some of my teammates and things like that. And it came from I think the preseason. I had a good preseason, and he was just like, you killing quarterbacks' dreams out there. He's like, keep doing that, man. Keep being you. And yeah, it's just something between us, and I feel like it just carried on after that.
Got it. Thanks, Malik.
No problem.
Joe?
Hey, Malik, it's Joe in Palm Beach. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, we're looking forward to getting to know Vic Fangio. So fill us in on what we're going to find out. How would you describe his personality?
Coach Fangio, I feel like he's really about the business, you know what I'm saying, in the business of winning. And I feel like having, success as a defense, and, really doing a great job on that side of the ball. So I feel like, in him, you getting a guy that's worked extremely hard. You can see that, throughout our 3 years together. And just the progress I feel like that we made from year one that I was there, and I guess that he was in Denver, to my last year there, essentially, and being, I think, it was the number 8 like scoring defense then. And so you just see progression each year, and I feel like that's a testament to the type of coach he is, and the type of coordinator that he is as well. So I feel like you're getting a great guy in him.
I saw that in 20 and 21, you had a total of 13 sacks. How do you describe your approach to the pass rush on the quarterback?
Oh, really? I feel like it's relentless. I feel like that's where it starts. I feel like what to get sacks and be great at rushing the pass in the league. I feel like everybody has that. That has to be where it starts, and then I kind of use what God has given me, my tools to my advantage. I'm not the tallest guy, so I kind of like to use leverage. What I'm saying, in my game, and be able to get under tackles and, get to places that it's hard for them to bend to. So I feel like, is how you can summarize my game.
I see you're from Dothan, Alabama. You ever been to Destin, the beach at Destin?
Yeah, I've been there. There's got some nice outlets out there too.
Yeah, that's one of my spots. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Marcel?
What's up, man? Marcel Louis-Jacques with ESPN. Welcome to Miami. It's nice to meet you.
Appreciate it. Nice to meet you, Marcel.
This had nothing to do with football and everything to do with the sneaker wall behind you. I'm curious, what kind of sneakerhead are you? It's hard to see the colors, but I can make out a couple of these ones, and I think you got the cement fours over your right shoulder too.
Yeah. Oh man, I always have liked shoes. I feel like growing up, we didn't have the most, money and stuff like that growing up. So it wasn't like I could go out there and get all of them that I wanted. But it was always something that I feel like I enjoyed. And once I got to college and, started making a little money from the money that we would get each month, I try to save it up so I can, buy me some shoes and stuff. I had to stop because I was spending too much money at first. But, once I got in the league, I feel like I started to bring that back and establish, I feel like the enjoyment of, buying sneakers and wearing them, figuring out, what outfit you want to wear them with and stuff like that. So I feel like that's something that's definitely a spark back since I've been in the league.
Now, just quick follow up with that. What's the last pair that you bought, and what's your grail? What's the favorite pair that you own?
The last pair that I bought, I think I just got the Travis Scotts, the lows, the mochas, and the fragments. I know they came out a little while ago, but I've been waiting. They're a little expensive, so I had to wait. a little while before I can get those. But I just got both of those, and probably my favorite pair would have to be the cements back there. Those are ones that like stuck out to me from day one, and yeah, I've had them since like 15, probably 15 or 16 when I was in college.
Yeah, man, those are tough. Appreciate you though.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hal?
Hey, Malik, Hal Hebbett with the Palm Beach Post. Welcome to South Florida.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
I got to ask you, how much would a pair of sneakers have to be for an NFL player to say, no, this is crazy, I'm not doing that?
Great question. For me personally, if it's some crazy sneakers out there, like expensive. Like if it's over, I feel like $5,000. That's too much for me. I can't go above that.
You said $5,000, not 500.
No, not 500. Yeah, $5,000. I spent a couple grand for the shoes I just got. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Changing gears. You had so much success playing with Bradley. I have to ask you, when you found out you were becoming in Miami and playing alongside him again, can you kind of take us through that conversation? What was it like? And did you guys kind of share some dreams on how you'd be, working together again?
Oh man, it's amazing. Like I said, my time with Chubb, like on the field, out the field, something just always like click, you know what I mean? And it just felt so natural, you know what I mean? And it's a testament. I feel like the type of guy Chubb is, and I feel like we're kind of similar, like how we think sometimes, and I just feel like that flowed into us, as teammates, to where we can have, a lot of success with each other, and I feel like once it was kind of some inkling of, being able to come to Miami and stuff like that, I did get really, really excited, being able to have the opportunity to play with him again, to know the type of, player he is and the type of person he is, and, seeking to be great and win, in a big way. I feel like that's the type of people, you want to surround yourself with, not only, on the field in football, but in life. And, like I said, that's the testament to the type of person he is, and his seeking to be successful, I feel like, in whatever he does. So I was definitely excited, once I figured out, we would be playing together again. And, even when I think he found out, I called him, once it was kind of in the working. So me coming there, and he called me back once he, heard the news, like, oh man, I ain't know, I had to call you back, and, congratulations and everything. And he was so excited, and I was excited too. So I'm definitely excited to be back playing together again.
Great, thanks. Look forward to meeting you in person.
No doubt. Look forward to it.
Chris?
Hey, Malik, Chris Perkins from the South Florida Sun Sentinel. Hey, I wanted to ask you about the role of the pass rusher, because obviously it's a passing league, but you guys have good edge rushers, you got a good secondary, and you got a good defensive coordinator. So what can you do to change, control the game, put fear into a defense as an edge rusher, as an edge rusher, and from your position as edge rusher, and then from the total defense perspective?
I feel like it's huge. Like you said, that's become a premium position. I feel like in the NFL, once they, started to transition to more, throwing the ball and things like that, it put a lot of spotlight on, I feel like, the edge position and how, big of an impact they can have in a game. You know what I mean? Not even just like in rushing the passer, but just like setting the edges, you know what I mean? Being solid in that. Because if you don't set the edge and they running the ball all day, you know what I'm saying? Teams gonna do that. And so that's huge to start there. And then, when you do have those opportunities to get after the quarterback, just as much as it's on, like you saying, the front guys, the edge rushers to get back there to the quarterback, it helps when you have, guys on the outside that can, lock up, you know what I mean? And then the man-to-man and, and the safeties, flying around, quarterbacks be a little nervous to throw it back there in the secondary. So that it helps each other, goes hand in hand, the rush and coverage. And that's something that I feel like, Coach Fangio preaches, and, I feel like in terms of to play great defense in the league, that's what, coaches preach, is that, you got to go hand in hand. You got to be great in the front end, great in the back end to be great as a defense. And it's really, like I said, being relentless, because, something I learned over my time, and even conversations I've had, with Vaughn, was fortunate to play with him for those 3 years. He was like, so a lot of sacks come off every sacks, you know what I'm saying? Everybody think it's, off these great moves that you be doing and stuff like that. But it's really, how bad do you want to get back there to him? You gotta want it better than the guy that's in front of you that's trying to stop you. So being relentless, I feel like leads, and that's from the ends to, the D tackles, having that relentless pass rush and, covering up for each other and stuff like that. I feel like that's kind of what leads to having that big impact as edge rushers.
And a quick follow-up, do you think it's possible in today's NFL for a defense to control a game, or is a defense always going to be reacting to what an offense does?
Oh, no doubt. I definitely think a defense can control a game in terms of, stops, 3 and outs, getting turnovers, which is huge. Like those two things, I feel like are a huge factor in the terms of, outcomes of the game. You know what I mean? Whether, I feel like your offense is putting up a lot of points or whether they're not. Because if they can't score, I know it's simple, but if they can't score, they can't win. You know what I mean? So that's the thing that, I feel like the defense you live by. And it's like to not worry about, definitely you want the offense to do well and succeed and stuff like that, but like controlling what you can control as a defense. And that's, how fast you get teams off the field, whether that's in turning the ball over or, getting stops. I feel like that has a big factor on, the control of the game and field position and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Holding them back, the other offense back to where, they punting from their end zone and the offense getting the short field and stuff like that. So that plays a big factor, I feel like, in controlling the game.